Alright, so let's talk PSAT. So if you don't know, only the 11th graders who take the PSAT is eligible for national merit money. So if your kid is going into 9th or 10th grade, you might not think about having them take this PSAT and just skip it entirely. Well, logically that makes sense. I mean, they are not eligible to win anything from taking this test, even if they get a high score. But I actually recommend 9th and 10th graders to take the PSAT, and here's why. So the first benefit is that it represents a starting point for their SAT prep. Now, the PSAT is adaptive, just like the SAT, so it mirrors the digital SAT scale. So your child's PSAT score in the 9th grade can act as a GPS or a compass for a multi-year SAT prep roadmap. And so connecting with that, they get early exposure. So they have all the opportunity to make all the rookie mistakes, misbubbling, timing errors, digital tool glitching, all of these errors and potential mistakes that they'll make. Let them make these mistakes when the scores don't count during 9th and 10th grade. And then last but not least, your child gets a training in mindset because 99% of their peers in 9th and 10th grade are not taking PSAT. So being that 1% who does, it will rewire your child's brain to think, okay, I'm doing something weird. I'm doing weird things that nobody else in my friend group is doing, but I'm doing this to reach a great goal, reach an uncommon goal. I'm doing this to stand out, and this is what it takes. So just a little bit of logistics on how to register for the PSAT. You register through the school, not online, because that's how you can register online for the SAT, but for PSAT you have to do it through school. So always remember that. And so ask your school counselor in advance, 3 to 4 months in advance, because test seats can be limited. And yes, it feels odd if your child is the only freshman on test day, okay? But here's the truth. You got to get used to feeling the odd one out, feeling unique, because top tier goals require out of the crowd behavior, out of the norm. Your child is now walking this legendary path towards greatness, and let them fully embrace it. So here's a quick 3-year action plan on how you can incorporate the PSAT to help your child prepare for the real test that is SAT. So your 9th grade year, take the PSAT, review every questions you miss, and then start studying SAT vocab word list and do practice math problems, mental math. Mental math habit is more important than solving a bunch of complex problems. So I would have them practice this. And so this gives them a solid baseline. Once you have a solid baseline and let's say it's over the summer, heading into 10th grade, I would start doing digital SAT drills using the College Board's app. You will notice a significant score jump from the previous year. And maybe your child at this point is ready to try out their first SAT test. Also, if your child has an area of weakness, this is when you will work on that ruthlessly to master it so that they can get ready for the real SAT test. And in the 11th grade, you would practice for PSAT like you're getting ready to take the SAT. So ideally, you get the score you want by sophomore year. But if not, I would say before first semester of junior year, you want to finish up with all your SAT so that you can comfortably get ready for the other components of college prep and college admissions. You might be asking, will multiple PSAT attempts look bad? And the answer is no. Because only junior year score, only 11th grade score gets reported. So earlier tests are basically invisible. That's why it's a no-brainer, right? To have your child sign up, take the test on 9th and 10th grade as if they're taking the real SAT, as if they're getting ready for the real PSAT in the 11th grade, and it just gives them a head start into the test prep. So this was a brief strategy on how I would utilize PSAT for 9th, 10th, 11th graders to not only help them qualify for the National Merit Scholarship, but also for the real deal, that is helping them get a high score in the SAT.